Oh, the Conference League. Everybody's favorite competition. And this is probably arguably the toughest quarterfinals to call out of any of the three European club competitions this season. We have four fantastic matchups. We have two rematches of the group stage with Feyenoord, Slavia, Praha, and Bodo Glimt against AS Roma. We have Marseille taking on PAOK, and PAOK have been absolutely fantastic recently. And we have Leicester City against PSV, which also should be a fantastic footballing matchup. 8 teams left in the inaugural Conference League season. Which two teams will make it to Tirana? You guys let me know in the comment section down below your quarterfinal predictions for this year's Conference League. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Let's get to the predictions of the quarterfinals of the Conference League. The first matchup, and my favorite matchup, I will always say it, it is Bodo Glimt against AS Roma, a rematch of the group stage where Bodo destroyed, annihilated Roma 6-1 in Bodo and a 2-2 draw at the Stadio Olimpico. Will it be different this time around? Will Jose learn his lesson not to underestimate Bodo Glimt? Let's see how Roma and Jose are going to set up. Tammy Abraham has been absolutely fantastic recently. The guy's just a goal-scoring machine. And yes, the first game in Bodo, Roma were kind of playing more of their B team. But then when it was at the Stadio Olimpico, it was their A team. And Bodo still fought and still created enough good chances to win the game. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this game is going to go. I think the key for Bodo is they have been absolutely fantastic at home. They have to win that first leg at home. If it's a draw, goes back to Rome, could get a little dicey. But I love the way Knudsen's side play. As their captain says, it's kamikaze football, and I will always love it because they don't have the biggest squad with the best players, but they just have they're a unit, and they know how to play. Solbakken, Pellegrino, Samsted at the right back. These are fantastic players, and it's a fantastic story they are for Bodo. And I just think with Jose's side, they're inconsistent this season. Yes, they can play some fantastic football, destroy Lazio in the first half. They can implode like they did against Juventus. You don't know what sort of Roma you're going to get. With Bodo as well, and I believe now that their Norwegian league is going to start this weekend. I like the way this side is playing. Yes, it hasn't been the same Bodo as last year, but now with I think preseason over, they're going to be in right shape and in right mentality, and I think Bodo are going to pull off another shocker and beat AS Roma, or if you even call it a shocker anymore, because this story is just amazing. So I'm going to go with Bodo beating AS Roma. The second matchup, and probably the most difficult one to call, it is Feyenoord taking on Slavia Praha, a rematch of the group stage as well, where Feyenoord beat Slavia Praha 2-1 at home, and it was a 2-2 draw in Praha. So what is going to happen this time around? Well, one thing is for sure, goals, golazos, mali, whatever language you want to say it in, there's going to be goals. Both sides love to score, and both sides love to concede. You look at Feyenoord, Sinisterra, Desers, you look at Til, Tornstra. There's just endless amounts of scoring options for this Feyenoord side. The problem is for them, they concede goals. They just concede way too many goals, so that's something. It's just a matter of, all right, first one to 7. Because that's I think it's going to be like a 6-6 sort of aggregate scoreline here. I generally do think so because both sides, they love it. And Feyenoord, they play a very exciting brand of football. A heartbreak loss to Ajax, obviously, a couple weeks ago. But I think this Feyenoord side, they are primed to win this competition. And I like the way they play. And Slavia Praha, on the other hand, also, they have scored a ton of goals. They've scored in their last 4 Conference League games. 3 against Fenerbahce, 3 against Fenerbahce, 4 against Las Glimt, and 3 against Las Glimt. They're on a goal-scoring mad run at the moment. Absolute mad run. 2 players to highlight that I highlighted last time as well in my round of 16 predictions for Slavia Praha. Sor or Olinika, they have been absolutely on a roll, on a tear recently for Slavia Praha. Now let's see what's going to happen this time around in the quarterfinals, because Slavia Praha are going to want revenge. And I think Feyenoord are going to know that. It's just a matter of who's going to score more goals. That's going to be the interesting part here. You know what? I think Slavia Praha are going to get their revenge. I think Slavia Praha will win this tie. I can't trust either defense. But hey, I think Slavia Praha are a crazy run at the moment. I think they've only lost 1 game in the last couple matches in the Czech League. I like the way they're playing. I'm going to go with Slavia Praha winning this tie over Feyenoord. The third tie we're going to talk about, it is Marseille taking on PAOK. Now, Do not write on PAOK away. This side have been on excellent form in the Conference League and in the Greek League. If Golak, the striker, can just get the goals and Kurtic in the midfield, defensively they have been absolutely solid recently, right? Varela, Inganson, they have a solid back line. It's just a matter of getting the goals for PAOK. They haven't been, outscoring teams like a Slavia, Praha, Feyenoord, but they've been grinding out results. Going away to Glimt is not an easy feat. It's not easy. So I like the way PAOK are playing. It is going to be difficult going to Marseille, a very, very hostile environment, as we know, but I think PAOK can pull this off. I generally do think so. And for Marseille, look, you guys know my thoughts on Jorge Sampaoli. I can't trust him as a manager. He makes sometimes the most weirdest decisions you will ever see in your life. But can't deny, you got Payet, Milik, a lot of options for Marseille. Who is going to win this tie? I know the first leg is in Marseille. It is absolutely vital for Marseille to get a 2-1, 3-1 win. Because if you're going to PAOK, hostile environment as well, they're going to make life hell. So you know what? With the second leg being in a PAOK, I'm going with PAOK to win this tie. I just can't trust Marseille. I know they have, they've had easy opponents in Basel and Karabakh. But I just cannot trust Jorge Sampaoli. I can trust the players that they have, Saliba, Guendouzi, and these sort of guys. I just think there's something magical about this Conference League. So I'm going to go with PAOK, pulling off the upset over Marseille and advancing to the semi-finals. And the final tie. The best footballing matchup possible. It is Leicester City taking on PSV Eindhoven. Oh god, this is going to be good, people. Get the popcorn ready for this matchup. Brendan Rodgers, he can count his lucky stars. Fofana is back. Fofana is back. That is an absolutely vital thing for this Leicester side. They needed a leader at the back, and now with Fofana back, they got their leader. We know they can score goals. It's just been the whole question mark of the whole season long, conceding goals. And now with Fofana back, they got Kasper Schmeichel. You're good there. But they needed a solid center back, and Fofana fills that role. Scoring-wise, I'm not worried about them scoring. It's just defensively. And they haven't had the greatest away record in the Conference League this season or in the Europa League. But I think going away to Rennes, that was a hostile environment, a good test to them. They kind of hanged on at the end, but they advanced anyways. So I like the way Leicester are playing at the moment. If this was in maybe mid-January, February, beginning of February, it would have been more difficult. PSV, on the other hand, are on absolute fire. Absolute fire. They haven't lost the game since February. And they destroyed FC Copenhagen 4-0 in Copenhagen. I mean, Madueke, Zahavi, Götze, Gakpo. How many more attacking names do you want? They press teams well. They are now defending much better, whereas I would say in the beginning of the season they were conceding a lot of goals, but defensively now they're more solid. Sangare in the midfield. I love the way this PSV side play. I like the mentality. I think Zahavi is a very underrated striker that, not a lot of European clubs talk about. So I think PSV are going to win this tie. I generally do think so. Second leg in Eindhoven, Leicester have to win that first leg. 2-0, I would say, 3-0. To give themselves a little bit of a buffer, because if it's 1-0 or a tie, going back to Eindhoven, it's going to be difficult for Leicester. So, you know what? I'm going to go with PSV winning this tie. So, there you have it. My quarterfinal predictions of the Conference League. I went with a few upsets because I think PAOK and PSV and Bodo Glimt, there's something magical about this Conference League, and I think they can cause the upset here, especially with two of the teams hosting the second leg at home. And Bodo Glimt, they're familiar with Roma, so I went with Bodo winning that tie. But I want to hear your predictions in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Don't worry, people, there will be a watch along for one of the games on Thursday. I absolutely love this competition, so we got to give it the praise it deserves. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your week. Enjoy football. Enjoy life. Stay safe, and adios.